you gon' step by me? Spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step?
It's Madden NFL 24, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the Panthers, and it's all up next.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today it's a Week 14 matchup. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually...
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Caught on the right side by Adams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Once again, it's Jacobs. Takes it to about the 37. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 21 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. And even 70 yards on the pickup. So he nearly took it. The distance gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Young. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement, because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It gets it right back to Mayer. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Young to throw it. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 6 yards.
Let's talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements of going to making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Young. It's caught by Sanders. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Panthers at 7-5 now in the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
The 2nd down throw for Young. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Young to throw it. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now here's Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw is Garoppolo. This one caught by Ridley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I would say it might be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers and Miles Sanders headed out for another drive.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Young now. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 102 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Young throwing complete there to Mingo.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
The 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
To throw, Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st.
That's another Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10.
Young will set to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Young. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Young on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Third down there, but he cannot connect.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
117 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. 1st and 10, Young. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A little juke. Jukes by again. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a 1st down throw for Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Young to the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Young. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Young with it, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Garoppolo now. He finds Mayo here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. This is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Michael Mayer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it is the Chargers who have the lead in that one. Austin Eckler, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And as you see, they're currently all tied up with the visiting Washington Commanders. We saw a strong first half out of the Alabama man and former #1 selection, Bryce Young. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Garoppolo. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Garoppolo looks to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
It's 2nd and 8.
Young.
This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Young off the bootleg. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First time they looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first.
They run into heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen him throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Now Young. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. Able to avoid him. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Young throwing complete there to Mingo. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Young. He's got Mingo. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and goal from the 1. Sanders. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Young to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
How about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
And anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now a first down throw for Young. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
And the throw there by Young, caught by Thielen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard. A give running left, it's Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll go again with Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Young off the play fake. And this one is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Young on third down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
On for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
This is up and good for Pinheiro. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. 3rd and 4. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Down to a knee goes Young, and that should be the final act in this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Carolina, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning.